This is ANN News Brief.
Good morning, I'm Lucy Ademi. The conflict in Ethiopia's Tigray region has spiraled to Eritrea. Leader of Tigray region, Debretsion Gebremichael, confirmed on Sunday that his forces had fired at least 3 rockets at the airport in Eritrea's capital, in a major escalation that raises fears of a wider war in the Horn of Africa region. Gebremichael said his forces were under attack on several fronts. Abiy Ahmed's federal government in Ethiopia ordered airstrikes and a ground offensive against Tigray's rulers for defying his authority. Abiy Ahmed has rejected calls for negotiations with the Tigray People's Liberation Front, as he describes offensive in Tigray as a law enforcement operation. The fighting has led to thousands of people fleeing the country into neighboring Sudan and reports of hundreds of deaths. Journalists have reported not getting exact details of what is happening in Tigray because of an internet shutdown and phone lines being cut off. The Tigray People's Liberation Front, which governs a region of more than 5 million people, has accused Eritrea of sending tanks and thousands of soldiers over the border to support Ethiopian and federal troops. Eritrea has denied the allegation. Football star Drogba has called for peace in his country, Ivory Coast, following unrest surrounding President Alassane Ouattara's re-election to a third term. At least 85 persons are reported dead from post-electoral violence in the country. Drogba expressed his condolences to all Ivorians for the recent loss of life. He called for peace. Drogba did not cite any of the politicians in the middle of what is yet another brewing post-electoral storm in Ivory Coast. We'll be right back.
Whether in your house, at your office, on your phone or online, we are there. We have the facts behind the headlines. We cut to the chase with the news you really need. We cover every angle. We are the bigger, better news network. We are African News Network. ANN. Watch ANN News on MITV from a truly African spirit.
Libya's political peace talks have ended without the naming of a new transitional government and interim presidency council. The United Nations Libya envoy Stephanie Williams said no names were discussed during the week-long meeting. Williams said mediators will reconvene in about a week in a virtual meeting to agree on the selection mechanism for the coming authority. During the talks involving delegates from rival sides being held in neighboring Tunisia, a preliminary agreement to a roadmap for elections was reached. The political peace talks started a week ago following October's ceasefire agreement signed between the Libya's warring sides in Geneva. That is ANN News Brief at 10. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I'm Lucy Ademi.